Karam goret, karam dulwet, kab gorenya, eleye.
My name is Chirotoi Simoto. I'm one of the directors of Tulwapkony Radio. This day is a very special day, the World Environment Day, which is celebrated every year on 5th of June. We decided as a radio and as an organization to come here at Kopsiro, specifically Kopsiro Primary School, to support and associate with other partners to plant trees.
Kama siku ya leo ni World Environmental Day, tulisema ya kwamba tukuje tujumuike na Kopsiro Primary School kuwasaidia kupanda miti. And I'm happy that today we are planting 700 trees, different species, katika Kopsiro Primary School.
We are marking the World Environment Day. We are here in Kopsiro Sub-County today at Kopsiro Primary School, where we have engaged the community and pupils from the school. And today we have managed to plant 700 trees within the school compound.
You realize that Kopsiro in particular and Chebiuk ward is really devoid of trees. And as a matter of fact, we need to plant more trees in our areas. And that's why as an organization, together with our friends, we decided that today we come here, partner with the pupils and the leadership, both county and national government officials, to support Tree Planting Day.
And this is important for us because we want to gain the glory of the entire Mount Elgon, as it were, because somebody outside listening, hearing about Mount Elgon, what they see, the image that comes into their minds is a forest, a place full of trees.
Theme ya mwaka huu ya World Environmental Day ni it's a very short one, inasema tu the only one world. Ni dunia moja peke yake, hatuna dunia ingine, na lazima tuhifadhi hii dunia, yeah? We protect it so that itulinde. And one way ya kuiprotect ni upandaji wa miti. And what we are doing today.
Today we specifically are going to plant Elgon teak. We've got 400 Elgon teak that has been bought by our friends in support of CIPDB and Tulwapkony Radio.
Na leo hii ni furaha kuu kwa sababu tulibarikiwa na wageni. Mwenyezi Mungu ametukumbuka, ndiposa akatuletea wageni waje watupatie miti, na ni wafadhili wa maana sana kwa sababu shule ya Kopsiro iko mahali ambapo miti ilikuwa imekatwa mingi, na tangu tuje huku au kuniajiriwa shule ya Kopsiro hatukuwa na miti mingi. Tumepanda miti mbao, that's eucalyptus karibu 900, lakini leo hii tumepata tena miti ya indigenous, miti 715.
We've decided to go for indigenous trees because one, we realized that what used to be here in Mount Elgon is Elgon teak, what we are calling the flagship tree of Mount Elgon. We want to bring it back. We want to see it back because we are identified by that tree. And that tree getting extinction has been a matter of concern to some of us. You realize most of our people have now planted eucalyptus. Yes, we don't dispute eucalyptus as a tree. But then, what do we identify ourselves with? We identify ourselves with Elgon teak, which to me is a critical tree as the name Mount Elgon attests to.
Mount Elgon was known for Elgon teak. Na kama Elgon teak, most of them tena zimekuwa harvested, they are becoming extinct. So we say that we bring up the Elgon teak. They are indigenous trees because like Lushola is becoming extinct. Siku hizi kupata Lushola is not easy, Mahamia is not easy. It's a hard tree na imeanza kuwa extinct. It's no longer available. It's also good for soil conservation. You can intercrop it na mimea zingine hata kwa shamba.
Along the way, people destroyed trees, and now because of that threat, we have now decided to embark on replanting We want to gain that glory. Now we are replanting the trees. We have started here, and we have talked with the sponsors that now we want to roll it out to the entire Kopsiro sub-county, so that every place, every farmer, everybody who has got a piece of land must ensure that a portion is set aside for trees, to plant trees.
Our agenda is to have every home planting a tree, and we are ready to support anytime we are called upon to plant a tree. And that is the theme and the main agenda of Tulwop Kony Radio. Conservation is our mandate, is our core business. We want to conserve the environment. We want to fight climate change.
Tunapopanda miti tunainua ile chemichemi ya maji, kwa sababu kila mtu ama kila kiumbe ambacho Mwenyezi Mungu aliumba kinategemea maji. Kwa hivyo kama hakuna maji, basi hakuna uhai. Miti inavuta mvua. Kwa hivyo sisi kama tunakaa mlima Elgon, lazima tupande miti kwa wingi, ndiposa tuwe na mvua kwa wingi. Tunapopata mvua, basi tutakuwa na vyakula vya kutosha. Wananchi wa Kenya ama wananchi wa mlima Elgon hawatateseka. Na vile unajua kwamba wakati ambao tuko huku juu, watu wa chini kule wanategemea sisi. Kwa hivyo tunapopanda miti, tutakuwa tunaleta mvua na tutakuwa tunaongeza chemichemi ya maji, ndiposa tutakuwa na mito mingi. Kwa hivyo naihimiza tu ya kwamba tuweze kupanda miti kwa wingi.
My knowledge about most schools in Chebiuk ward and even, yes, specifically Chebiuk. Chebiuk has got, most schools in Chebiuk have very big areas. You can see even here in Kopsiro. Look at what is happening. They had places that require trees. So in essence, most schools in Chebiuk ward specifically have big areas, because these are government land that was apportioned recently. They were given good spaces which to us can be used to afforest these schools.
We have talked with our chiefs and assistant chiefs that they are going to sensitize the entire members of the public, so that they set aside, every person should set aside a piece of land, and they must plant trees that will be provided by our sponsors. That's the ones who have given us donated trees to us today. So from here, we want to roll it out. We are going to move together with everybody, so that we ensure that Kopsiro sub-county, everybody has actually planted a tree in his or her home.
We want to target even hospitals, health clinics, because they have got land. Those lands must be planted trees. At least 10% of the institutions must set aside land for planting trees.
Na tunaomba watu ambaye ni jamii yetu ya mlima hii ya kwamba wao na pia wapande miti kwa kila shamba, ya kila mtu apande miti ili tupate mazingira ambayo iko mzuri sana.
Without trees, without conserving our environment, we actually spoiling our future life, because without environment there's no good life ever on earth. So we have to come to that reality that with a good environment, with the good trees we have around us, we are actually taking care of our future life, and that is very key.
Just like the discussion yenye tumekuwa nayo na ACC na chiefs, I think is a good idea ya kwamba we start and make it to be a normal thing, so that even within this year we can arrange, bila tumekubaliana, some sites, we select some sites and we continuously plant trees in partnership with the radio station. Yeah, we can plant more trees and bigger areas, yeah, katika hii maeneo. So I think it's not going just to be a one thing affair every year. We want to be continuous, so that tunahimiza wakulima wetu wapande miti, mashule sipande miti, na jamii kwa jumla pia wapande miti.
We don't wait for 5th of every year to do the planting. This is something we want to do it as an exercise, even if it's possible, daily, provided we get a space. We are informed of a space anywhere. We mobilize our sponsors who are ready. They have told us anytime they are ready to give us donate trees. So we don't wait for the 5th of June every year to do the planting. This is something that we have to do with speed. We don't want to wait.
As a radio, I think this is our main agenda. We want to disseminate the subject of conservation in Mount Elgon region, where our radio reaches. And that's why we are here. We will not relent. We are ready to be invited elsewhere within Mount Elgon region, even if it is Mount Elgon sub-county or Cheptais sub-county. Today we have started with Kopsiro sub-county. This is a project that we want to soldier on, and that is the theme of our radio. We want conservation, conservation, and conservation.
This radio station in this area, I think they are serious environmentalists na wanapenda environment, and that is why wameamua kuja all the way to this place kupromote mambo ya upandaji ya miti and also to commemorate this day. And I think also another thing is kuhimiza to start some small nurseries all over, like in every ward. Tuwe na various nurseries zenye wakulima wanaweza kupata hizi miche.
We in Kopsiro sub-county we have two divisions. One is Kopsiro sub-division. The other one is Chebiuk division. So in Chebiuk division alone, we have targeted to plant 1 million trees within this year in that division. And Kopsiro division, we are also targeting 1 million after Chebiuk division when that one is done. So we want to do them one after the other to ensure that we do it well. We cannot do it at once, but we start from one division to the other.
So kwa hivyo tumeshukuru sana kwa hii siku, kwa wafadhili ambao umetuletea miti, na tunaomba kuwa wakati mwingine walete alafu tuende kwa mahali pengine, si hapa Kopsiro peke yake, bali ikuwe katika huu mlima wote wa Mount Elgon.
Mother Earth is in a crisis as we speak because of global warming. And it's only through planting trees is when we can be able to reduce the heat in the earth. So we need everybody to come on board.
Kitu ya kwanza tumeweka kila mtoto wa shule angalie miti ile ambayo tumepanda, na sisi kama jamii na viongozi hapa tutaona ya kwamba tuhakikisha kwamba kila miti ambayo tumepandwa siku ya leo itatunzwa vilivyo, na tutakuwa tuna-inspect kila siku tuone ya kwamba hakuna miti inakauka na tunamwagilia maji.
Miti ni uhai. Bila miti uhai hakuna. Mimi kama mwalimu wa sayansi najua umuhimu wa miti. Wakati ambao miti inapandwa, unapata kwamba ile hewa ambayo ni oksijeni inatumika sana na binadamu. Kwa mahali ambapo hakuna miti, kuna ukame, na baada ya ukame kuna kifo au kuna vifo. Kwa hivyo na si tu wahisani waendelee kusaidia wananchi wote wa Kenya, ndiposa tukue na miti mingi nchini Kenya.
In terms of information, our producers in the radio have been directed that this is a matter of concern. All our subjects, all our talk shows in the radio is specifically to talk to conservation, both forests and wildlife, flora and fauna of Mount Elgon. And we realize this should be our core business of bringing back nature, bringing back our earth to what it used to be before this kind of crisis getting out of hand.
We need trees around us. For good life, we need trees around us. And that is very important for us. So we have a project that we must start from here today.
And of course, I will not want to forget greetings from our chairman, CIPDB, Professor Changeyo, who has donated 50 trees, specifically Elgon teak, and he promised to come and water them. I think one of the pupils has been identified who will be able to adopt those trees on behalf of the professor, and we hope that possibly in future that pupil will be a professor in the coming years to come, even as the tree matures. And remember, Elgon teak will mature for almost 30 years. So we believe these people will be able to move with that tree for the next 30 years.
Kwa majina ni Patience Cherut, nimepanda miti ya profesa na mwahidi ya kwamba nitaweza kuitunza na itaweza kumea ikiwa mti yenye iko na afya. I want to become a professor.